So, Rise Singer National Anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Yeah. Oh, what the? Yeah, I am. Over here. I'm over here. That's the program. We're on TV once again, once a day. Every day. Turn on the machines. National Anthem. Look at the commercial. Start talking. We're going to be here for an hour. It's Friday. Like that song. You know the song, the Friday song? Everybody knows that Friday song. It's what you do on Fridays now. Look at this. Oh. It's the 24th. We didn't do the thing to get confused about yesterday. We're supposed to go back a day because we looked at 2 yesterday, but wait, today's the 24th, though, right? Wait, okay, this is 23. I guess we're looking at 2. $23. This is wrong. I want 24. 24. Dan, there's Dan talking about his wife, his ex-wife. X 24.
Stupid over there. You know me. That's what I'm talking about. Jimmy.
Carl,
what?
shut the fuck up.
Okay.
It's a commercial.
We looked at a lot of art stuff today.
We talked to Hannah. Who's Hannah? Ginsu calls us at the end.
Yeah.
Shut your bitch hole.
There's a melting ice block. You gotta see it.
We're at 11:32 a.m. on TCTV channel 22.
Really
Shut
cool.
fucking bitch hole, Kenny.
Ice.
What? No.
Don't fucking
Yes.
me. I'll fucking kick you in your tent.
Oh, that's not very nice.
You
Mr.
keep
getting
on
crass,
threatening,
like
but
always.
you have nothing to show for your
364-836-4384. You're the reason why we have to be over 18. Bye.
Bastard.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What? Here it comes. Whoa. There I am. It's, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do today? Maybe make some phone calls, look at the messages, maybe talk to people, maybe have some ideas, some thoughts, some, you know, beliefs, ideas, messages. Let's get to the phones though. Looks like Mr. Ginsu called quite a few times today. But listen to this. Oh, he's here. Carl.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
I'm gonna do
Yo, let me play with Gag.
something.
What are you doing here? Something?
Yeah,
Who are you?
info time. I
gotta
have no idea what's going on.
Oh, holy
What's
hell.
going on? Where am
I don't
I?
even know how to fucking
Lord,
time this.
freaking.
You got a scarf.
Yeah. Well, that was Christmas gift.
It's February.
Yeah. Well, so it was given to me a couple of months ago. I don't know if I brought it on the program before that time, but oh boy,
Where?
it's been a little bit of a whirlwind today, just trying to keep up. Maybe if you had more of I guess an update today. Maybe it's that our moods had kind of reversed like one another. So I was kind of feeling more or less okay, or good yesterday, but I stayed up really late, I guess, trying to catch up on news on YouTube, and then
You stayed up late watching TV. That's what you mean by that.
yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
YouTube video is
TV.
well, yeah, but there's less commercials that even I can get through YouTube than I can get through broadcast.
There's still lots of
media.
commercials. It's still TV.
Okay, well,
But we were right about to call this person here,
oh,
so we're gonna call them back. I was listening to this message.
yeah.
Here we
That's
go.
Cool. Wee, wee.
Carl's sleepy. He stayed up all night watching TV.
So I woke up around 9:30 in the morning today.
Oh, that's early for staying up late too. Did you stay up late and then wake up early?
Well, I had to make up myself some oatmeal so I could take aspirin.
What kind of oatmeal?
Quaker Oats, the 5-minute brand.
Plain flavor?
Oh, well, sometimes I would put peanut butter in it to help cool it down, rather than just, well, sometimes I can still stick it in the freezer to help it cool down even faster.
Frozen
but-
oatmeal?
No, just I would take it out within 15 minutes or so.
But the flavor, it's
20
it's plain
minutes.
flavor when you make it though. It's before you put peanut butter in it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I don't.
The wireless
Have
customer you are
honey.
calling, cliente de servicio móvil al que llama no se encuentra disponible.
Oop.
Favor de intentar más tarde.
Okay.
Spanish. You speak Spanish?
Donata? I don't. No.
So you don't speak Spanish?
No, I don't speak. I don't even know if I said it right. That
So you don't
in
speak Spanish?
No.
When you get that oatmeal, but it's,
Other than like por favor and like si.
so I think the answer is no. But you get plain oatmeal though. You don't
Yeah.
you get like the cinnamon, apple cinnamon or something,
Yeah.
or brown sugar sometimes. Brown
Well,
sugar.
those would probably be instant, but
Uh-huh.
I
Oh,
do have
this is not
instant. But it's still within this cylindrical
What? Why is it instant?
cardboard
like,
thingy.
How long does it take to make oatmeal that you need to be
Well,
instant?
so
Isn't it?
there are some that is instant, and there are some that is 5-minute.
Oh,
so-
like you can't. 5 minute is instant to me. Like it still counts as instant. Like instant is like actually like instant, like immediate. Like people on 5 minutes, so it can't wait 5 minutes. That's not instant enough.
Okay.
Yeah, but and then so they're gonna get what kind do you have? You have the individual servings when you get the pack and then you open each pack.
No, I always buy them in these cardboard barrel things.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they're like what, 20-ounce things or 10-ounce
Probably more.
jars,
And then you
whatever.
just put a scoop of it into the water,
Rice milk, yeah.
or you no water. You put like a scoop of it into rice milk.
Yeah.
Because you think that rice milk is somehow more safer than your water. But then you put peanut
Well,
butter in-
yeah. If you live in Appalachia or whatever, and you have strike a match, and the faucet is running, you can light your tap water
Oh yeah,
on fire.
where do you live? Appalachia?
Well, no, but we're there's no escaping pollution.
Yeah,
And-
there's definitely not escaping pollution.
So-
not even in rice milk, because where do you think they get their water?
Well,
What do you think's
it's
in rice
filtered.
milk?
It's filtered.
You think they filter it more? I think they get it right from the tap. I don't think they filter it any more than they do from the
Well,
thing. But
yeah.
we've gone over this many times before. And it's more that you're uncomfortable with water, and it's not that you're worried about being filters and everything.
I'm worried about filters.
Yeah,
I need more filters
why don't
in
you
my life.
go get a
and
filter, or you can
a
get water.
filter on my mouth.
Why don't you go
and
get
a
some
filter
water
in
from
my head.
with a water filter? Why don't you get water
Probably
from
the
the well though?
filter in what I see.
Go get water from the well. That's pretty safe, right? You think that's safe?
I did that before.
And it didn't work.
Well,
So what-
I don't know if I told you this, but I think maybe I did. But there were floaty things like maybe it was like stuff that was dried on the inside of the glass.
Yeah, I think those floating things got there because of you, and not because of the water. And maybe
no.
you're yes.
So I bought this jar or whatever from like this gallon thing from this. Yeah, I think I might have told you. I said about this on the program. It's across the street from like the car wash or near the car wash. It's like this homebrew place. So I
Yeah.
was like, I'm going to drink water now. And so I filled it up a couple of times, and the last time that I filled it up, maybe there was something that was dried on the inside of the jar or whatever, but I couldn't rinse it out. It was just like it still was there, and it grossed me out to no end. So I was like, okay, whatever.
No, so then you swore off water forever.
Well, no,
Yes.
now it's going to be another
Yeah.
15 years
Oh,
or
it
something.
could be now. You
or-
should get back to water, but I know you're not going to get back to water.
15
It's okay.
years, that
I accept that you don't like water.
This was like 2 or 3 years ago, so it'll be another 15 years before I experiment with water again.
I understand that you have irrational fears of water,
Well,
and that I think you should drink water, but we've already established this. So we
yeah,
can move on
maybe
from
I should light a match and go to the well and see whether or not that water lights on fire.
whatever you're saying, I understand that whatever you're saying is irrational, and that you just don't like water and you just don't like water, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But the oatmeal.
That's
Where do you
yeah.
they filter the oatmeal? You could light oatmeal on fire too. If you tried to light your oatmeal on fire, it'd probably catch on fire.
Yeah.
Just because things catch on fire doesn't mean that they're necessarily bad.
No, but if you light water on fire, water is supposed to be one of the water quenches fire, fire burns wood or earth.
Yeah. Well, who's to say that fire water is
pushes
so bad?
away
What's wrong with
water?
Why do you think that the lighting thing on fire? What's so bad about that?
Well, because water is supposed to quench fire. It's not supposed to.
Who says what water is supposed to do?
Depending on in its purest form, that's what fire does. So, or water does to fire. But we got have water.
Maybe
toxic
that
chemicals.
the fire water is making you stronger.
Yeah. Well, that would only be the friend of Spider-Man there, Iceman and that.
Yeah.
Woman,
That's not
Firestar or whatever.
That's an irrelevant tangent that you're going on about the Spider-Man thing, and you're not talking about the water and the fire anymore. So you ate your oatmeal today?
Yeah.
With peanut butter? You put peanut butter in today?
No, I did not. I could have, but I was like, no, gotta get to groups. Come on.
You're back to groups?
Well, yeah, I was there yesterday and the day before and the day before that or whatever.
You're back to
Just
games group?
Trying to set up a rhythm again. Yeah. So I well when I got to groups, it was of course like lunch, and they have a curriculum that I kind of like to stay tuned into and whatnot, and it was like about relationships, and so like for example, you would have a relationship with anyone that reciprocates with anyone else. That's what I said on for feedback. Like even a homeless person or a blind person, you would still have a relationship with that person because they would say something or they would know.
Even
something.
blind people?
Yeah, that they could hear you talk and they would talk back to you.
What about
or
people
whatever.
with no fingers?
Yeah.
You have a relationship with those people too?
Yeah. I can.
How come you went back to your groups? I thought you were gonna quit the groups, and did you reconcile, or did you just go back and? Like,
no,
not say
I have pulled myself out of groups that have more of a curriculum. I was in a lunch group. The lunch group is the only kind of curriculum that I'm really engaging in right now.
What's the curriculum of lunch group?
Well, so that's where they were talking about relationships and whatnot. And
why is that called lunch? It should be called relationship group or social interactions group, and not lunch group.
Right. It's social hour, social relations, whatever. So I when I got there, 3 different people said, "Hey, Carl," and was wanting me to sit on their table, and I was like, "Hey, I'm here to listen to the staff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really there to engage in other people. You
didn't want to be friends with them. They wanted to talk to you.
Not directly. If I came in the middle of someone talking, and so I was wanting intently to listen. That's why
you're popular and you have a responsibility.
Side conversation. Yeah, I know. That's why. Well, that's unfortunate, I guess, from my point of view. But side conversations, I'm like, I have a inability to focus or whatnot. So I was like, wanting to do that, be focused and listen.
You have a responsibility to those people because they want to be your friend, and if they want that, then I think you have a responsibility to talk to them
it's
a
like
little bit.
one of the people was like I've seen very frequently on Sundays, and actually 2 different people, but I don't see don't take myself off to Gabby's that corner of Thurston County so much until maybe 2 days or whatever, if I can get myself up ahead of time. But it was just a whirlwind of craziness. Someone, as we were wrapping up games group, then 2 different people got in kind of an argumentative conflict, and I was like,
about what?
I guess whether or not they could get dibs on driving me to the food bank or whatever. I don't even know what was going on.
They both wanted you. They were fighting over you.
I think so.
You're super popular at these groups, huh?
Maybe I don't understand. I really don't.
You don't understand why you're popular? People want to talk to you. You're affable.
No, I don't understand why I'm popular. I understand full well of my nature on the universe and whatnot. But I just, there are times for everything or whatever.
You got to say, "Hey guys, there's more than enough Carl to go around."
That might not fly. I don't know.
Me and the viewers should feel
get
honored
a
to have you to be
bad
in your
vision in
presence.
my head now about that, and so I'll just kind of floss that out with mental floss.
Please.
Yeah,
me and the
right
viewers,
there.
I think maybe, I don't know if I should speak for you, but maybe we're honored to have you, if you're Mr. Popular,
Well,
to spend time with us here.
Okay, so anyway, I was like, after that, I was at the food bank, and I was wondering about this.
Which one? So how did you?
So
how-
argumentative
how did
that
you
I
pick
was
who
like
drove you to the food
thinking
bank,
that
though?
not all of the game was wrapped up. So I was like, found someone at group after hours, and he says, "Yeah, come on in. You're obviously concerned about it, so check out your game." So I checked out my game after hours.
But who
and
drove you to the food bank, though?
one of the two people, I guess, that were fighting over me.
how did
I
you-
don't even know if it was a fight.
How did
or-
you decide who got to drive you?
Well, this one person, he wants, I kind of stopped. I stopped all communication of going to groups and whatnot for like a week and a half or whatever, even though I was going to hear, and that in order to kind of facilitate myself to have a rhythm going, and now he's like, hey, you're back now, come on over to my place or whatever, and pick up. I had a battery cell that had expired or whatever, and so this person is kind of a mechanic sort of person, and this person was like, just like, come on over and try to look at this thing or whatever, and Best Buy has it for $40 anyway. That's
What is
I
it?
learned. So it's like a surge protector / battery sort of thing with phone ports in it, so that it could all be a surge buffer.
But I still want to know about these people who are arguing over you.
I don't know either. I
Well, you know more
tried to
than I do.
explain it
So there was
most about it as I could.
they were like, I want to drive him, and he's like, no, I'm going to do it. Well, and then one of them backed down, or how did you decide, or how did they decide who was the one that was going to do it?
They were kind of polarizing forces or whatever, or something, or maybe one was just like, I don't know. One is like, okay, I know he walks an hour a day, back and forth to get to groups and whatnot. Hey, that's fine. When he walks to the food bank as well, sort of thing. But it was just
Is that where you
kind
get
of
your oatmeal?
somewhat of a dicey. No, that's not where I got my oatmeal. That was still kind of a dicey conflict that he was like, he understood, but he was still engaging in a philosophical discussion of what I, should do with my time. I don't even understand, and
I don't know.
I know because I don't know either. I'm sorry that I should be apologetic, and maybe I'm trying to be apologetic, but it's interesting that people were like sparring over that. So when I was at the food bank,
They went
I
to
was
fight.
like,
They were fighting each other. Like hitting
somewhat.
with a
They
hit
were
with-
argumentative. It's
Yeah.
like cooler heads prevail. Cooler heads prevail.
So one of them backed down, and the other one got to drive you.
You will. The one just kind of walked away, and
He was like, "Fine, you drive him," or
not really that extent. Like I said, he was kind of aware that I was willing to walk myself to groups. So I guess the one that wanted to drive me, the second person, was like, "No, he can walk there," and he's like, "Well, you don't need to get in my business and whatnot." So I rode with the person that said, "Hey, You want to get yourself over there, save, like maybe.
Why didn't you just walk? You could have just walked, and then neither of them would have driven you.
Well, because I had a conversation with him, the mechanic guy, about the battery and whatnot. Hey, you can pick up that battery at any time. So
Yeah.
I was like, the surge protector thing.
Well, your car is messed up?
No,
the battery
for the computer and telephone and whatnot.
Yeah.
It has ports
Yeah.
that you can plug just about anything into it.
What did they serve for lunch today?
Cheese sandwich.
What kind of cheese? Cheddar?
I don't
Was it
know.
grilled?
It
Was it grilled cheese?
It had like Italian spices in the cheese, that was grilled or whatever.
It was grilled cheese though?
Yeah.
I think we've been over this before, but a cheese sandwich implies like cold cheese. I think if it's a cheese sandwich, it needs to. If it's grilled cheese.
No, but it was all melty, and the bread was all it was like I don't want to say burned, but it was like you had all these different slots, like it was from a Foreman grill or something like that.
Yeah, that's a grilled cheese. A cheese sandwich is just like cheese on bread.
Well, that's what I said. It's a grilled cheese.
No, you said cheese sandwich.
Okay, so anyway, I was like, you know what? I want to go back to Groups, the building that Groups has held, even though it's after hours, because with all this kerfuffle of people arguing, and by the time lunch or certainly at the when I was counting cards back at Groups from this board game that we were playing about this one of these new games that I'm teaching. It's
Caveman?
Ticket to Ride. But no, Stone Age is coming next month or 2 months from now. But
you're teaching the games now?
Well, yeah, because they probably would need to want to have something that's a little bit more physical. Like, I can see that I have 4 wood or 13 boxcars left or whatever.
What?
To be able to kind of finish with the confines of the game or whatever.
So now you're teaching the games. That's what you want to do. That's why you quit the groups before, right?
Well, no, that I was spending too much time with the curriculum of all the other groups or whatnot, and not asserting my the uploading of content, which I've gotten off track with this housing inspection. I was like up, gotten up at 6 and.
Did you pass it for sure now? Did they tell you?
I think I did. I still don't see anything anything that says otherwise on my door.
So it's like if you don't pass, they tell you, but if you do pass, they just say nothing.
Well, that's been the rhythm of my life now for 8 years now, I guess.
So, but they don't tell you. They just they say nothing.
Yeah.
If you pass, they say nothing.
Yeah.
They should give you like a
that.
star or a plaque. They should give you like a pass.
I'm not worthy of dental unhygiene. So.
You know what I mean by a plaque. I know you don't mean. You know what I mean. But I could use the context. You say I'm saying plaque. Like,
Okay,
they're going to give you a plaque. Like, they're not going to give you.
Thank you. Yes, I would want a plaque if I was entitled to a plaque, but that would be pricey to give. 160.
Yeah. At least a
residents,
at least a receipt,
or
at least a receipt that says like you have passed your inspection.
Well,
and then you could frame it yourself and turn it into a plaque.
So I crashed when I got back home from Groups. I guess that was on Wednesday or Tuesday or whatever, and I guess it was Wednesday, and so I just been kind of letting time just get away from me, and so it was just.
I don't know.
Well, it was that same thing again when I got home. I was watching all these.
I don't know.
I was watching all these news things about the White House like not allowing press.
Yeah, you don't like the
or
Republicans too
whatever.
much, huh?
No, it's not that I don't. It's that,
I don't know.
they allow themselves to be secretive or whatever, or want to be secretive rather than publicizing the truth or whatever.
And you don't like that they're keeping secrets?
Yeah, there you go. I'll go with that.
Okay.
And I mean, if you have a plan, let's.
I don't know.
Well, people should present that at a press briefing or whatever, without having just Breitbart News or whatever. So
I don't know.
it has similarities between
I don't know.
some sort of German figurehead in the past and.
Yeah, don't you think that's kind of belittling
It's-
that whole thing?
Well,
If
no,
you're, if you're
no.
if you're comparing
if,
the
if there's a number of similarities and the similarities just continue to grow and grow and grow,
yeah,
I just like, what?
you don't think
Yeah,
that?
what's going on?
I think
so
it's belittling
there was
to the people
border
who.
control. There was border control that stopped people on an airplane going from San Francisco to New York City. Border control. You need a passport now to go, within the country. Like now, there's going to be
In airplanes?
checkpoints, at
I don't know.
state lines or
Well, on
whatever.
the
I don't-
freeways?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on.
They're stopping people on the freeways from going to different states?
No, not yet. But they had, it's.
I don't know. And
almost-
why do you think it's going to happen? Like you're saying it's going to happen before it's even happening? You're like calling them out on things that they haven't even done yet? Like you're the future police?
There were border agents that were screening passengers or whatever that had gone from California to New York City. So
On a
that's
plane?
almost on a plane
You-
today. And I'm
Planes
just
are
like,
private. It's a private
No.
enterprise. You think people are just like planes are a right, a human right to ride a plane?
well, yeah, if it's a right if you have the money to pay for it.
If you have the money to pay for it, you don't have to ride a plane. Like there's other ways to do things. And why are you traveling at all? Like I don't think people should be getting on
It's a little bit more
planes.
instant than Route 66
Why
or whatever
people
is
need
the
to stop? I think
incarnation of 66
I say
on
stop planes altogether. Like why are people
interstate-
even flying on planes?
Interstate
Where are you going?
66.
Where are people going? That's so important. Why don't you stay home? Like why do you need
Well,
to go
they're
these places?
business travelers.
Why do you could do your business on the computer? You don't
Really?
need to go out to do these things. People travel too much. There's too many airplanes. We need to stop everybody on airplanes.
Well, anyway, so I was trying to glue myself into the my alarm went off at 5:55. Get
I don't
myself tuned in from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and then it was like,
I don't know.
There's all this whirlwind of information that I was just kind of sucked into this vortex, and then it was like 8 o'clock, and then it was 8:40, and then it was like 9:20,
Yeah,
and it was
TV.
like
You fell in the TV hole. It happens.
no,
Yes,
I wasn't watching TV or even directly. Actually, the web stream, and I was trying to listen to it through TuneIn as well.
That's
it was,
TV. If you're watching, if you're
no,
looking
it
at a
was
screen,
breaking
yes.
up.
If you're looking
It
at a
was-
screen,
but
it's TV.
It was breaking up. I couldn't listen to it, through the radio side, the audio side, or have the video play in the background or whatever. It just was breaking up. So I was keeping in touch with, the
I don't know.
my Twitter notifications and
Twitter is TV.
oh Lord, I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at. It's weird. So anyway, I was like trying to keep up with everything, and hopefully I can kind of get myself back on the rhythm of getting artwork uploaded or whatever. You know, just because, you know.
I don't know.
Well, I have created it. It's waiting for me to do something, so I might as well so-called do something, you know, to,
I don't know.
well, borrow that moniker. Somebody must count how many, you know,
I don't know.
No,
Oh.
that I mentioned on individual episodes. Intern, please.
Yeah.
But, well, it was still, if I do something without, you know,
I don't know.
having a follow through.
Uh-huh.
What would be the point of me doing it? But I don't know.
Me neither. Oh, playing the dice game, huh?
Oh, yeah. Why not?
All right.
I
Here we
mean, we
go.
haven't called, or the person hadn't called, wasn't able to be reachable. So
I thought maybe we were going to get through today without doing any of these things. But
well, you could not do them.
I mean, if you're going to do them, I'm not going to not. I'm not going to
Well,
just sit back here and ignore what you're doing over there. You're not going to like, I'm not doing that.
Well, just yellow fella.
Here we
Yellow
go.
fella, when this is airing, there for him on the somewhere around the eastern seaboard or whatever, he probably wants to. He wants to roll the darn dice already, Carl. You know, maybe not
I don't know.
get too much input from other players. You know,
I don't know.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's play the dice game. We're going to roll some dice. Carl's going to write down a number on his hand between 1 and 6. I have a feeling that it's going to be a 3. Is it a 3, Carl?
Okay.
You're rolling a 3? You've read a 3 down your hand?
No.
It's a 3, huh?
It is.
How did you write it on
is-
the inside of the cup?
It was through tape.
Oh, you put tape on the. You wrote on the tape and then
I
you
wrote
taped.
on the tape. What's going on?
Ugh.
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 Oh, see, that's tape. I wrote on the tape, and then I applied the tape on the inside of the cup. And I'm
crafty.
I'm versatile like that.
Crafty.
Versatile.
Versatile. I think either is correct. Versatile. Versatile sounds a little weird, but I think people would understand what you were saying.
Unless I'm British.
But are you?
British. Well,
That's
no, people
British?
are going to be like.
That's what. I'm British. Hey, I'm a British person.
And now you can forward your hate mail to
That sounds like Mike Tyson.
440 Yager Way.
Can you do a Mike Tyson
I
impression?
know.
Because that sounds like, hey guys, I'm British. Hey,
Oh, God.
hey, you want to know my British accent?
No,
hey, that's what
what?
I'm a British person.
Who is this guy? Tell me more.
Hey, I'm British. I'm very British. This is my British accent.
Uh-huh.
I
don't know.
What?
Oh boy. No, never mind. I'm sorry.
Are you?
I try to be oftentimes.
Yeah, I don't know why you try to be sorry. That's not a very good goal.
No, it's good to be apologetic.
I disagree.
I
think it's better to not have to do things that you have to apologize for in the first place.
Somebody's got a 4. It's not me, and it might be Freddie, or it might be yourself. Certainly in the future.
What number do you think I have?
If you play along with.
What number do you think I have today, Carl?
I'm not going to guess.
Why not?
Because I could end up with 5 different choices, and they would all be wrong until
I guess what
choose
number
the
you
5th
have.
one.
What, you worried about being wrong?
I don't want to spend any more time on the viewers. I want to continue on and give.
No, but now you're spending. Now we're spending more time on it than not.
Okay,
Why do you
one.
think this?
Two.
No, it's a 3.
Three.
No, it's a 3.
Okay,
It's a 3,
good.
but you guessed wrong in the first place. And then,
Well,
isn't it fun to guess?
I know
Like,
that's good.
why not
well,
guess
I mean,
things?
I just proved my point.
no,
Actually,
you didn't.
That's not good.
You proved my
Well,
point.
No,
The
up
point
to
is that
5.
guessing is
I
fun.
could say up to 5 numbers.
You don't have to be correct on things. We're not trying to
Well,
be
they
correct.
could
We're
be
just having
6
fun.
numbers because you have chosen 5.
You said
before.
1, and you were wrong. I have a 3, and it's okay. It's okay to be wrong, and you were
Well, I
totally
know
guessing.
that's what I was insinuating. Thank you.
That's what I was insinuating. You weren't. That's
Yeah,
you took
no,
over what I was saying in the first place.
You can't tell me that the sky's not black right now. The sky is black right now. Look, the sky.
I can tell you the sky's not black right now. Hey, Carl.
Well, that's not it.
Carl,
There.
the sky's not black right now.
Well, certainly if you're living in Russia right now, little old Russia,
What even is
the
the sky?
sky's blue.
In Russia? Is it daytime in Russia?
Yeah, it's daytime. in
Or
Russia.
Australia?
Or Australia.
Oh, yeah. Is Russia and Australia in the same time zone?
Yeah.
Australia time?
At least there's a really funny peninsula that stretches down to Japan almost.
Have you ever been to Australia?
I never.
Can you do an Australian accent? Yeah. Hey, I'm from Australia. I'm Australian.
Oh my God.
That's what Australian people sound like, right? I'm
No.
Australian. Yeah.
No, you sound like Pee Wee Herman now, or something.
Mike Tyson.
Oh Lord, here we go.
You don't know Mike Tyson?
No, tell me more about him.
The boxer from like the early '90s and I think late '80s. He.
So speaking of boxers,
But you don't know.
Muhammad Ali's son was also stopped on this airline flight, whatever, within the last 3 days or whatever.
That's like
And
the
I'm
chance you take when you ride on an airplane.
What? Somebody doesn't know anything about pop culture or like sports history or whatever. Muhammad Ali's son. I mean, Muhammad Ali and his second wife or whatever.
You think that his son should be
It's
having
like,
differential treatment, special
ooh.
treatment, just because he's a celebrity?
Oh no, because he's an American. You know, I mean, he's an American as much as I am.
Yeah.
You know, if I
When was
was
the last time you rode a plane, though?
in the 90s,
Yeah. I can't really even afford to go on a plane. Can you? Like, I don't even have the luxury of getting on a plane at all.
Well, no, that's why some people that they have their parents to rely on. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
some people's parents are people with,
certainly with fat checks.
Of fat checks, and
Yeah.
maybe the whole airplane system is a little bit classist in general because it's so expensive. Like
Right.
why are the airplanes so expensive? And I think the reason they're so expensive is that because they can be, and people are willing to pay those prices. And
What, the fuel doesn't make it expensive?
no, I don't think it's the fuel, and to the it could be subsidized by like other things and
I think you would spend the same
maybe-
amount of fuel if you were driving from point A to point
I think
B.
that they're making a lot of money on the fuel, and it's not just the fuel costs that we're covering. I think they're making a lot of profit, and they could definitely lower the prices by a lot. And it's like real very expensive to ride on an airplane, and I think it's the kind of system is that maybe that's I think people are
I
think
think
that
it's
riding on a plane is
cost
right.
comparable, whether or not you travel on interstates or you fly from airport to airport.
I don't know why people are traveling though. I think traveling is maybe a little bit selfish. You should stay home and do your own thing in your own space. I think
Oh my
before there was
goodness.
in the old times before people had these cars and everything.
Somebody please
stay at
call
home.
and tell us why you travel, and embody us with your knowledge.
Yeah, I want to hear a legitimate reason for travel, because I think that they're all gonna be like
Business executive.
Yeah, what's a business executive doing traveling that's so important that they can't do anything on the phone?
Well,
what can you do?
Not that I was going to say this, but sometimes, there's a website out there called theyrule.net, and it's where board of directors share with Apple and Gap and Goldman Sachs or whatever.
What's Gap?
So I could say,
What's
even
Gap?
though Gap is a clothing store in the malls. So
Is that still around? Gap's still around? That's like early, or I mean, that's like 90s store, isn't it?
Well, it's at the entrance of the tavern that we said goodbye to that TCTV guy before he moved to
Oh
Portland.
yeah, it's the Gap is still a store?
Yeah, the Gap is right at that entrance.
Isn't that Old Navy?
Maybe it's Old Navy.
I think the Gap is gone. I think Old Navy. I remember because
Okay,
remember,
well then.
but remember before, like it was like kind of like the Gap.
Not that I want to get the executives,
But
take the side
remember
of the
when the Gap and the Old
executives,
Navy
but
were
they
selling?
could Goldman Sachs, and then I'm traveling from Goldman Sachs boardroom to Apple Computer boardroom or Microsoft boardroom or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And there's a number of these people that are on a number of different boards, and it's like weird. Why do you want to share knowledge? Or why do you want to? Why do you not want other people to engage in the business of fun and productivity? If there's a certain minority of people that is in the business community, just no, it's all about us. It's all about us. Nobody else can be on boardrooms. Apparently, I don't know. It's
What?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they,
yeah. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Are you saying? Are you
they
trying to make an
rule-
argument against my travel statement? Is that what's going on right now?
yeah.
Like,
They rule.net, is a website that
so now you're like the CEOs. They're the people who need to be traveling, like the heads of the companies that you like them so much that they deserve to travel.
well, since I do this devil advocacy so much,
Why? I don't know why you're doing devil's advocacy for its own sake, but you now you.
Because someone needs to defend the millionaires. I mean, yeah, it'll be me. I mean, no, I don't really need to do that.
Yeah,
but
you don't. But why are people traveling on plane? Like, you don't need to travel. People need to travel. No, you don't travel, Carl. So I don't either. Yeah, I don't find the boardrooms to be a legitimate reason. Like, they can be on the phone, or they can like what? Why are they even boardrooms? What are they even doing?
Well, they're
in
the
these boardrooms?
masters of business. They are the masters of the economy. They are the masters of what makes America great again.
But that's like 5 people though.
No, there's board.
Okay, that's like maybe 100 people. But still, why?
100 people.
Yeah. Why are so many people? Why are so many
Fortune
people
500. There's more people in Fortune
But
500.
you're pretty much.
than
But you're
just
saying. But you
500
don't really.
people.
By saying.
Just even 500 people. There's more than Fortune 500.
By agreeing to the devil's advocate thing, you're kind of or saying that you don't really believe what you're saying.
The lines are blurring. Did you notice?
I didn't notice. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a little bit confused as to what you're trying to say. But you think it's funny to be confused? But the
I am confused all the time. That's why I'm like, is this Germany 1939 or United States
I think it's wrong. It's
2017?
very demeaning of that tragedy in the past to compare what is happening now
Well,
to
then
that.
why is he doing what
Maybe it's
he
more
has done and what this individual has done in the past?
what
just-
mass genocide, war like immediate like wars on that are large like that are started.
Yeah,
like-
I'm comparing what is later on in German history to what's Trump hasn't even been in office for 2 months now. And
Yeah, and you're already jumping to conclusions.
No, there's
you-
no
you-
equation, but there's a lot of similarities. There's a lot of similarities.
I think you should be comparing him to himself, and
Well,
these like really
yeah.
outrageous metaphors are not helping
for
anybody's
his
cause.
first 2 months.
I-
With that first 2 months,
I hear a
his
lot of people
first-
making these metaphors to
first
larger
back
events.
history to his back. Is Trump a painter? Maybe we should look at whether or not Trump is a painter.
I don't think that comparing him to the Hitler is helpful because you're exaggerating, greatly
not
exaggerating your
exaggerating.
cause. You are. And
No.
by saying you're not is not helpful because this is something that is maybe if you don't believe that what Trump is doing is right, then you should be comparing it to himself and thinking of reasons why and not just being like, he's like Hitler. Like, that's too big. It's too big to be to even
Hitler
believe.
suppressed the press just as much as he's doing right now. He was like, no, you can't be in the White House.
Why does the press deserve to go anywhere?
Because they're in the Constitution.
The press?
Yes, the press is the First Amendment. You know, the freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech is freedom to say what you want, not freedom to like know everything.
Yeah, no, freedom to publicize the truth. That's the freedom of speech.
If you know the truth, but you have to go find it out, and there's no constitutional.
Exactly.
There's no exactly.
You can't
there's,
limit truth from being publicized.
There's no constitutional thing that says that you have to tell the press things, and you can try to keep it to yourself. You're like, why do you need to, like the press? Why does the press think that they are?
Okay.
Who becomes the press? Who is the press? And why? Like, and they're like, oh, you can't do this to me. I'm the press. Like, you're so important as the press. Like, you think that you can do anything, and suddenly you're the most important person that you get to listen. And you're like, he's not telling me. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I'm the press. You have to tell me everything. Like, I don't know. I don't think that there's that.
Can I call this a
so
filibuster
important.
at all? Can I?
You say something next. I'm not. I think we're saying one thing. You're saying something. I'm saying the next thing. It's not a filibuster.
Sorry. Oh shit. Well, then maybe I ought to do the rest of the things that need to be done today because we're getting low on time. You're watching your daily hour with me. It's our long Hyperlife calling
Sounds like a filibuster
show
to me.
that's recorded every day in Thurston County, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 366 days on leap years. YDHWM began on September 19th, 2010. Mark that in your calendars. It tapes a week in advance, so if you're watching this program at 11:30 p.m., this episode taped on the same weekday of the previous week. We're watching this episode at 2 a.m. This episode taped on the same day of the month of the previous year. You can also watch any episode of the program on YouTube.com. Anyone can come on the program, especially you. We rely on the community for content, so give us a call at 360-836-4384 and leave a message. We'll play your message on the next episode of the program, and we will call you back. So help us, Carl. So, and don't forget about us at 109 State Avenue.
Praise the Lord.
East. But that's not where you send your hate mail about, what I'm doing on the program. You send that to 440 Younger Way.
Yeah, nobody's going to send any mail to anybody, even hate mail or love mail. We don't get any of that stuff. And I don't expect it. I think we got to...
Well, what about the pictures of Yellow Fella?
Yeah, but nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to do things. Nobody calls. Don't call. Keep not calling. Like... keep saying all these things, but it's not like anybody is listening.
It's just part of the script. Someone's holding up a cue card.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, George.
I tried to get rid of the script when you went away.
What?
When you went away for that month, I'm still not over that completely. But I started.
I still need. I'm still need to get myself back into the rhythm of things and got myself really.
I started
track.
doing this thing where we I changed what info time was into. Did you ever hear about this?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I was just thinking about last year's episode, but there's a lot.
I already did that.
Cool.
Yeah, here we go. It's the second dice game. Whoa, it's loud. Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah.
the reason it's loud is because I've also doing the other one too.
Oh, there's 5 dice in there, huh?
Yeah, 5 dice.
I have 3 Carls of 5. Nobody has any points between the two of us so far.
Let's just nip it in the bud and see what happens.
Nip what in the bud? What?
The time delay. It's like under 5 minutes now. Okay, I've got. Oh,
2s.
Yeah.
And 3s.
2s and 3s.
Oh, it's me. I got a 3. I won today.
Congratulations.
Thank you. There it is.
Zoom. Good. Yeah.
Winning is a burden, though. You know, but it's sometimes it's.
Well, you can see it as such. I just see it as another happenstance.
Yeah,
okay.
you don't accept the responsibility of a winner.
Love not, take not. I don't know.
Winning is a burden, whether you accept it or not. You get it.
Well, if I don't win,
As with most burdens, when you get them, it's not something that you're going after. It's something that is thrust upon you.
okay. I agree.
It doesn't sound like it's
I'll
okay.
just agree.
Okay. Okay. Like you don't have to agree, but it's real. It is true. It's true.
No, please at least read the First Amendment to the Constitution. So,
What's the First Amendment?
Freedom of speech.
And why does but the freedom of speech?
It cites the press in there. It says press.
I disagree with that. Then I think that we could change the Constitution. Like, who's the press, though? Who gets to decide who's the press?
How American are you if you want to change the Constitution?
I think that's very American to want to change the Constitution.
No,
because we have a system where we can change things if we feel like
it's American to add amendments, but it's not really American to take them away.
What is the freedom of the press? And the freedom of the press is the press get to know everything. But I think that the press is not the same thing. When the First Amendment was first around, it's not the same. Like, the press is a different entity now. I don't think they were thinking about CNN and all these people who are trying to break into all these things. Like, they had a lot more privacy back then. People did.
Instead of hammering leaflets onto sides of trees, you can get them into a computer, or on a smartphone. So yeah,
who's
the news
the press?
is more portable now than it's journalists that write news on transcript or web pages or I mean. Parchment paper, I meant to say, but...
Well, nobody's writing on paper anymore, though, right? The press?
Newspapers are on their way out, but they weren't... Newspapers were in abundant supply, 200 years ago. 234?
200 years ago in the 1800s?
234, yeah.
You're talking about the 1800s?
1783, yeah. Yeah, that's when the American...
They had newspapers back in the 17...
Revolution ended is 1783.
I don't think they had newspapers back then, even though...
I
think newspapers might have been coming out like in the 1800s, I think.
Well, please,
that's
God,
my guess.
don't make another American Revolution before we're all ready for it.
Yeah,
because that's kind of scary-ish.
I think so too, but are we there yet? I mean, that's kind of rash, isn't it? 11:30 and 2 a.m.
I think we're coming close.
Yeah, maybe that's your fault. 360-836-4384.
I'll take full responsibility.
Okay.
I'm not doing enough uploading. And peace and prosperity of art.
You're going to save the country with art?
Art! Save the world with art. Come on, Carl. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah,
you can do it.
360-836-4384.
You can do it.
Crew, Alex, Bennett, Brennan,
Please, Carl.
Dylan, Franny, George, Jared, Jesse, Larson, Lee, Lucy, Mark, Matt, Miranda, Redbird, Robin, Susan, Tess, Yellowfell, Zilger, 360-836-4384, TCTV, LaBebe, Jordy Fabulous, Graham, Supplemental.com, Don Webster, Thurston County, Washington State, USA. Thank you. Viewers and listeners, that's
like
you. Hell yeah, dog.
Woof woof.
Bye.
Okay. Shut that off then.
Coming up on the next episode of the program.
Your daily out with.
Hey, it's the commercial high 2018. What? Are you a fly?
No, sleeping.
Oh,
Because you told me I need to sleep.
yeah,
or I'm
Carl's
not gonna
only sleeping like 4 hours a day. Dan talks a lot about the 7 planets that were around there.
4 hours of trance
Carl's
music.
Carl's gonna recycle something.
Everything.
Carl, just bring it to Goodwill. They recycle things. You know about that.
Yeah.
Every night, 11:30 and 2 a.m. on TC Channel 22. Or bring it here. I'll recycle it for you.
Uh-huh.
Give it to me. 360-836-4384.
Yeah, wink, wink. Bye.